Hello everyone, I'm Barrie. In this video, we'll be practicing extended hand to big toe pose, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. It's a pose that looks like this in its classical form. So it's a standing pose, it's a standing balance pose, and it's a great pose for building strength in the legs, as well as supporting greater mental focus and improving your balance. So if you haven't already done so, if you have time, I suggest you do one of the foot, lower leg, and ankle warm-up videos that we have to prepare for this pose. And I will be offering modifications to make this pose more accessible, as well as variations to challenge and therefore improve your balance. So the props you'll need for this little class, this little sequence, are a chair, a small amount of wall space, a blanket, and a strap. So we'll begin in half downward facing dog. So having your chair at the wall, hold either the sides of your chair or place your hands on the seat of your chair and walk back. Bend your knees as you need to. Have your feet hip distance apart and your toes pointing straight ahead. Bend your knees as much as you need to in order to get length in the full length of your spine. Stretch your spine back. Keep your ears in line with your upper arms. Take your hip creases deeper into your body as if you were rolling your sitting bones up. Stretch your spine back. Slowly lift your head and walk forward. Step your left leg back now. Turn your leg on just a slight angle to extend your left heel down and fold forward into a half pyramid pose. Keep your hips even right to left as best you can by rolling your outer right hip back. And again, reach through your arms. Reach through your spine. Extend your spine forward. Step your left leg forward and step your right leg back for the second side. Half pyramid pose. Reach your spine forward. And if it's hard for you to hold the seat of the chair, you can also always hold the back of the chair or any part of the chair that allows you to extend your spine. Roll your outer left hip back and extend your spine forward. Okay, step your back leg forward and stand up. We'll be doing a series of balancing poses now. And for these, you may want to stand with your back at the wall. A wall is really useful for balancing poses because it not only gives us something to hold on to if we need a little bit more stability, but even just the presence of the wall behind us can help us feel more safe and secure. And it also gives us some feedback about where we are in space. So stand in mountain pose, Tadasana, with your feet hip distance apart and your toes pointing straight ahead. And you really just want your bum to touch the wall or even be close to the wall. Again, just so you know it's there and have a sense of where you are in relation to the wall. This helps increase proprioception. So now in Tadasana, slightly bend your knees and lift your toes. From the base of your big toe, broaden out to the base of the little toe, and perhaps the toes themselves will actually spread, but if not, that's okay. Just that action is helpful for aligning the feet well. Replace the toes down, but lift the arches of your feet. Draw energy from your feet, the soles of your feet, up to your knees, and from your knees into your hips. And from there, extend down through your down through your legs, into your feet, into the floor, and stretch your spine out. Okay, Tadasana. Now we're going to do a simple balancing pose from here. And again, feel free to use the wall for support. You can also hold on to a chair for support. So begin by choosing an unmoving point on the floor in front of you to focus your gaze on. Let your gaze be soft and connect to your breath rhythm. Slowly transfer your weight onto your left leg and lift your right leg up. Interlace your hands under your right thigh. Gently flex your right foot. Keep your standing leg in Tadasana, foot and leg working. Pressure thigh into the clasp of your hands and extend your spine up. And slowly release. Let's do the second side. Transfer your weight onto your right leg. Take your left leg up. Keep your standing leg in Tadasana, straight and strong, working from the foot all the way up into the hip. Keeping your left foot active, draw the toes back and pressure thigh into the clasp of your hands as you extend your spine up. Take a breath here. Exhale, release. We're going to do that again with an option to challenge your balance by closing your eyes. So again, feel free to have a chair near you to hold on to as you need to, or use the wall for support. Transfer your weight onto your left leg. Take your right leg up. Standing balance pose. Play with closing your eyes. And notice how that challenges that sense of balance through your standing leg. Exhale to release. Change sides. Transfer your weight onto your right leg. Lift your left leg up. Left foot active. Right leg super strong in Tadasana. And if you did on the first side, possibly close your eyes. And slowly release. Now we're going to take it one step further by standing on an uneven surface of a blanket. So again, have your chair near you for security as you need to, and be close to the wall. Use the wall. Standing in Tadasana on that blanket, which makes an uneven surface, is a great way to challenge and improve your balance. Transfer your weight onto your right leg and take your left leg up. And if you want to add even more challenge, practice closing your eyes here. And release. It's a lot harder, right? Looks not so difficult, but definitely challenging. Okay, transfer your weight onto your right leg. Sorry, left leg. Take your right leg up. Possibly close your eyes. Okay, and release. Come back down onto the solid ground. And we're going to go through a similar sequence in Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, extended hand to big toe pose. I'm going to move my chair toward the wall. So if you're not already, you can bring your chair, you can position your chair over at a wall. Okay. So for the first version, and we're also going to use a belt loop. So instead of holding the big toe, right, which requires a lot of flexibility in the hamstrings, an easy way to modify that is to use a belt loop around the leg, and you make around the foot rather. And so you make the belt loop as big as you need to in order to keep the rest of your body in Tadasana. You don't want to be rounding forward or bending the standing leg as much as possible. So make your belt as big as you need to. And again, you can hold on to a wall if you're in a corner here, etc. Okay, so come to standing in Tadasana, feet hip distance apart and parallel. Feel that strength and stability coming from the earth all the way up to your lower legs and to your feet, knees, and pull your kneecaps up into your hips. Tone your thighs like that. Now extend down through your legs, rooting your feet back down into the earth. Extend up through your spine. Transfer the weight onto your left leg. Take your right leg up. Place the sole of your foot in the loop and either take your heel to the seat of the chair or you can adjust your distance from the wall And perhaps bring your heel to the top of your chair and the sole of your foot at the wall like so. So take your time to adjust your stance so that your standing leg is in Tadasana as best you can. Extend your spine up. Feel that super strong work in the standing leg. Root down through the standing leg into the earth beneath you and push out through your right foot. So if your heel is on the seat of the chair, push through your heel. If the sole of your foot is on the wall, push into the wall. Good. And release. And change sides. From Tadasana, transfer the weight onto your right leg. Take your left leg up. Take whichever version you did on the first side. Do the same thing here. Standing leg in Tadasana. There might be a tendency to adjust that foot of the standing leg out to the side, so as best you can, keep it pointing straight ahead in a Tadasana foot and leg. Extend your spine up. Reach out through your heel or through the sole of your foot. Okay, release. Let's go back to the first side again. Left leg in Tadasana. Again, keep the toes pointing straight ahead. Right leg up. I'm going to come a little bit closer. So now we'll play with the balance. So possibly lift your leg off the chair and possibly close your eyes. And release. Tadasana, mountain pose. Come back to center. And we'll go to the other side. Transfer the weight onto your right leg. Take your left leg up. Take it to the seat or the back of the chair. Play with releasing the leg away from the chair, coming into the balance. And possibly closing your eyes. Slowly bend your left leg and release your leg down into Tadasana. Now, you guessed it, we're going to use the blanket again for our final version. Any of the previous ones can also be repeated, of course. So stand on your blanket in Tadasana. Transfer your weight onto your left leg. Take your right leg up. So you may want to come down a level if you were on the back, or go for it. Again, feel free to adjust your distance so that both legs are straight. Play with the balance. Keep your standing leg strong. Again, that's the Tadasana leg. Watch that you're not sinking into that bottom hip, but lifting out of that bottom hip. Reach through your right heel. Possibly close your eyes. And release. Back to Tadasana on the blanket. And we'll do the second side, last time. Transfer your weight onto your right leg. Take your left leg up. Whichever position feels better for you. Play with the balance here. Standing leg strong. Again, lifting away from that bottom hip. Reach through your left heel. Extend your spine up. Possibly close your eyes. And release. Stand off your blanket. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Fold forward at the hips. Rest your forehead on folded arms for a chair-supported standing forward bend. Bend your knees, take your hands to your hips. Slowly lengthen your spine to come up to standing. So that is our little extended hand to big toe pose tutorial and balance challenge. Thanks for joining me. I wish you a wonderful day.